Just my Slash, and welcome back to Release Awards. Today, well, we have Camille's release. And so far, she is very much, very balanced to an extent because, poison. She's very short ranged, but her poison is, quite damaging. And then you can do something like this, but I'm not gonna press the super here. Because we all know they're going to... Yep, there it is. Ah, that's on me. I should have just used my own. I could have countered. And, okay. And I just missed the button. Well, that's a horrible way to start. Didn't press my super to stop the breaker, and then I completely missed the button to block. Yeah. That's certainly one way to start things. Yeah, no, that's not a combo no matter how you put it. You're gonna get double poisoned. Do not run towards me with that assist. Worst part about it is the fact that I didn't even rotate. Well, you can stay in your corner, and we stab. Yeah, the worst part about it is why did I even think about trying to counter them? So, you're gonna jump. Yeah, this is not a combo. You can't use your super after this. And of course not, just the one time it's on video. Really? That's not a combo. Yeah, this isn't helping at all with what it did there. The fact that on stream we did plenty of combos and we fought plenty of Camille's, but every single time they tried to use their strike, they decided let's not allow for a combo afterwards. But now, apparently, it just didn't let me counter. Corrosive touch. You're poisoned. Like the first hit actually reached. On fire. Didn't mean anything. And the reverse launch. Okay, so that's gonna be how this starts. Then I guess we'll start with actually beating a Ninja Kimberly because... Why? Of all ways to begin, that's the type of matches you're gonna have, game. And heavy mistakes from me. Just because. Anyway, go ahead. We all know you're gonna get your energy for your breaker. Same combo as per usual, and you have nothing left. But they're going to probably look for a strike. Nope, okay. Well, I can recover one here. Unstable tendencies. And there, it doesn't rotate. So, devoid of mercy. With this one, we can hit you with a redemption. And fly right through for an explosion. There. I think that fixes the problem. Of all the ways to start, it's just 3 losses. It's not exactly concerning. It's just horrible mistakes in the first match where I didn't even do anything. The second one, I've already forgotten what the main problem was, and the third one is just bad. Bad plays for me. Yeah, go ahead. You missed. You're getting stabbed for that one. You can go to your corner. Unstable tendencies. We didn't rotate. I'm just gonna. All right, no. The second match was the super wasn't even allowed to be a combo there. Like I said. See? Cruelty. They continued, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, this way my super would have been useful, but I couldn't dash forwards. Couldn't even dash forwards there. Breaker. 4, supposedly. I don't know why I bother letting that continue. They have 2 blocks. Okay. And also not mentioned it was 3. It just didn't rotate. Nope. Not this time. Go shield charge! Nah. Not even in range. You just have basically use your own assist, but in a very specific way. You can't cancel that though. You can't just choose not further projectiles. You get staff for that one. And unstable tendencies. That's one way. Cruelty. And redemption. Can we recover enough? Probably. Slash through. Yeah, I probably should have went on unstable tendencies. Nope. You get swept. And so far, well, gonna have to swap with the team already. We're at match number 7. And we haven't exactly even gone the combo yet, but finally we do. Dashwood's Corrosive Touch. Into the Void of Mercy. There. We have the Camille poison combo. That has to do with herself. So it quite works. Okay, couldn't escape that one. Couldn't escape that one. Well, you were out of range. At least. And I'm not on the ground. So, cruelty. Stun. And stab. And fly through. For another one. Hopefully I don't play as horribly as I did with the first team. The second team is just full Jungle Fury. I don't know why I'm starting with Daishi, but yeah, that. Why even do that? It's just a clear, stupid move. Unstable tendencies. No. Yeah, the worst part about it is the fact that I don't even have a regular block. You're going to even appear? Well, at least it did. At least it did. Here, you can go to your corner. But they're probably going to get away with the breaker, so I have to stab them first. And we're going to have to recover, so how about just... we jump? No. If anything, I should have been obvious. We can't dodge out of this one, even if we wanted to. Flying Pounce is not going to save us. I think we're going to be stuck with being bored by Orion again. So maybe also this time, not start with the assist lock. The fact that I caught them right before they got into the air. Still doesn't stop the fact that we constantly see Oracle assist. So I guess that's not going to stop. You can't jump there. Here. You've been poisoned. Cruelty. And knock you away. Back away. Unstable tendencies. Nah, once again. Same thing again. And I ran. Yeah. Okay. You guys just superhero right after? Yeah, that's not. It's not getting any better. I'm not playing well at all. Yeah. The breaker super does have armor, but not the end of it. So that exact thing. Well, we saw how we got interrupted. It's basically as expected is what happened there. Launched, they just pushed away. Why do you do this in a match that really doesn't matter there? Redemption, and we're just gonna end with a Devoid of Mercy after this because it's a launch. There's a bunch of extra energy you can get. That's a Delphine. You have 0 blocks, but yeah, we all know the rules. We both start with a 0 cost block. Still dumb with how it happened, huh? Devoid of Mercy. And with that, we'll leap for another Unstable Tendencies. And leave you.
28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh?
A loyal servant. Redemption. And explode. And Devoid of Mercy. You didn't stop it. So, die of poison. So, same thing is happening again. First few fights is horrible, and then just slowly gets better. Not unstable tendencies. And cruelty, leave you stunned. And quite a decent bit of energy. And okay. Well, swept. The Schwartz. Is that worth it? Well, I guess apparently so. I guess it was. Actually, could you not just last longer? The way that you just left. Redemption! You're gonna have to poison them multiple times. Devoid of Mercy again. Yeah, you get knocked out. Okay. Well, too many blocks on this on that team, but yeah, there it is again. I have yet to see RJ assist properly appear. Cruelty, leave you stunned. We're back away. We leap. No, we don't. We don't get to leap. And you apparently don't want to. Okay. So we're just gonna have to leave you poisoned with a devoid of mercy. And we're gonna recover one. Unstable tendencies. And with that, have another devoid of mercy. With this one, we're gonna stab you with an extra bit of redemption. And make you explode. Okay. So we're made it to the last match with this team. Another one using their own assist. And we finally get to see an RJ assist in the assist slot. So, Cruelty, leave you stunned. Gonna have to teleport away with a flying pounce. It didn't work. It didn't exactly work. Get rid of this. Leap. No. Really? So, this is how you're going to be trying to do things? Wow. And then they get their energy, because why not? Better. But it, in my opinion, still went a bit horrible there with... Compared to the first set, at least, it's not as bad. We don't need to add a dash there. If anything, they could have actually just countered. Well, Zanaku's been stabbed 28 times. And yeah, there it is. I wasn't going to bother dashing, because this is just sad. You really should have tried. If only this was an opponent in the last team. I did not want to use the super there. This is it's just sad. This is just, yeah. The fact that Zanaku and Merrick have both been ruined in some way is just the only concerning part. Both of them just have nothing but full costs ruining their kits now. And just a reminder that Zanaku used to be just 3 costs in the primary slot with a 4 cost in the middle and a 5 cost right after. Well, get the car! Yeah, you're not hitting that. No, you get stabbed. Redemption! Reach! No. Bad. Not this time. Not this time. You're not healing. Phantom, really? Throw the car! Okay, now you spear. Of course you have that ready. Why not your other strike? Why not your other strike this one time? That is a geo. We're fighting a Super Mega Force team. Get rid of this. That didn't help. What kind of combo you got? I don't think you recovered one, but at least they give them time. That was also a perfect attack there, so they actually got a stat. Yeah, no. It was a bit of an extra slow stab, because why not? And unstable tendencies. This is probably not a good idea, but we are going to be able to use armor to save it myself, right? Lesson! You may have healed! This was the last second, but... Red Crash! The fact that I don't think I properly introduced the team again. We all know it's we always end with these ones. The 2 assists that matter when it comes to can the leader actually just run this? You're gonna use the assist? I think I could have blocked that one, but if I had a block, obviously. But yeah, Red Crash. You're not escaping. You'll be left poisoned. Cruelty, still in the air. And we just back away. Wow. Quite the choice, isn't it? I think that one might have been the perfect reaction with how the wall bounced so perfectly. And that is Troy. You have your super states. Sadly, Camille doesn't have anything special with her one. Who knows? Will she end up in the exact same situation as Daishi? Unstable tendencies. You're in range. Devoid of mercy. Okay, so block in the primary slot that I just removed. And we block here. Another unstable tendencies. And with that, the Devoid of mercy again. You might end up dying of poison right here. So, stab! And fly right through! Okay. So, there's one thing as well. He didn't get to transform afterwards, so it's... Yeah. Dash forwards. Assist? No? Okay, fine. Could have been obvious. Leap again. How much energy do you recover here? Okay. Red Crash! Stab them! And... stay in your corner. Unstable tendencies. What do we got? Okay, just an instant block. Fine, fine. We're not getting out of this one. Not getting out of that one. Well, final match, and that's a Magna. How are we gonna deal with this one? Don't even have a regular cost, zero cost block here right now to help me. That's the worst part about it. Yeah, that's not helping you, Dom. Gonna have to recover, and nope. Yeah, well, okay. So be it. Car! Yeet! Devoid of mercy! You're not escaping this one. You're gonna end up with a Roxy assist, or you're gonna go for another block. Okay. Well, what if we just... Well, you didn't get hit me. Didn't need to armor anything. And now, you get stabbed. And... almost. I got something. Just basically perfectly out of range with her going right back in range. Right before he strikes again. Unlike the last interaction where I tried to use the super in that same way, maybe don't use it point blank when they're already hitting me, and maybe it'll be fine. That was the perfect iteration of be slightly out of range, so you can just not get hit and use your range as an advantage. But yeah, Loyal 7 does not do the display damage, even if you fully play out. This is incorrectly displayed. I don't think this thing is. When does it dodge projectiles exactly? During the animation? I have yet to see it dodge projectiles. Because the whole point is it can't stack poison across the top. It really doesn't mean anything since, I mean, technically it's fair to say that because Leo doesn't exactly have this. No, that was changed. Leo Assist and Leo Leader do have different fire damage now, from what I remember. But Nyx is completely the same for everything, but yeah, the listing there of stacking just doesn't. Yeah, we really clearly we needed another severely high amounts of damage over time again. It technically slightly falls off on ladder, but that's still 3,000 damage. But yeah, sort of has armor. This ability is breaker. I think they might have had a bug though, or they didn't. They recorded the thing way too early, and I think it ended up showing up as a strike on their upload, which is very weird. But yeah, there's not really a bug with it, but more like I think the projectile that spawns the invisible wall that bounces back the opponents might be a little too fast, so it might. When you land the redemption, when the opponent's too high, you do not bounce them off the wall. You just shove them away and nothing happens. You don't even get to hit them. Most of the time it just whiffs afterwards. Maybe it'll not do that in the corner, but at that point I think the projectile still might land. But in this case, that's happened twice, specifically on me during stream, and as well right before the test, right before the actual recording, a test match. An opponent landed this while I was too high after using... Which one was it again? No, it was an assist. They used an assist. They used Orico. There we go. And then they used Redemption. It missed. I didn't get hit by the wall bounce because the attack... Well, I got hit while I was still too high. I fought him again right after. He landed it properly. Didn't save him that time. I've had too many matches to the point that the super does influence it, sometimes doesn't. But for today, I still won more than I lost. But the first set, that one I outright just lost. Here's the other ones. This one was a throw. I was trying to get a very specific interaction to show a friend, but yeah, the basketball of Tommy did not want to get hit 28 times. So I couldn't just show him the slight little meme of that. Then yeah, first match is over there, and so on and so forth. We only won 3 times in that one. Then we won 4. And then we finally got a nice little 6 wins for the final team. You're not escaping the red crashing car. Car thieves will... They'll just catch you by surprise. But yeah, I really should have summoned the unstable tendencies in that match. I think I might have lost it, actually. Just because I didn't use... whichever one it was that I used cruelty instead of... yeah, I forgot which one it was already, but that was on me. But yeah, in terms of release, because of the downsides of unstable tendencies, not being allowed to combo with redemption and forcing out of the corner, it kind of falls under the weird situation of, that's fine. Because this thing has so much damage potential in total when you're an auto on that it does 6,776. If it fully plays. And at that point, using her own assist, unstable tendencies, dash forwards, dash cancel into the... Okay. Dash cancel forwards into the assist, her own assist. Dash again, devoid of mercy. By that point, because of the knockback on this and how far the projectiles have time to travel, devoid of mercy is landing and you get a very painful combo. Not gonna knock out, but now they're double poisoned and you were able to actually use your entire character. Say entire character because the assist isn't exactly part of the leader, but at least it is her own unique Camille combo when you use her own assist with the leader, especially since they're trying to point out the thing there. But yeah, the assist broken too fast. It's only half screen, yes. It can be backdashed. Only if you dashed before it got to you. Because at that point, then, most of its dash is wasted in front of you. Doing it. Quickly dash forward for a quick somersault into barrage and poison the projectiles. Yeah. That, as we can tell, is just going to be the next... It's just another Ollie assist. It's even worse just because of how much extra damage it does. Good thing is at least it backs away. It's very much punishable if you miss. And you get nothing out of it. So it's high... It's medium risk because it's almost impossible to miss. And, yeah. Then high reward. Medium risk, high reward. I don't say high risk because it's fast. But I don't say low risk because it does get called out quite often. Not really called out quite often. Like I said, the backdash thing will miss just if you try and use it at the wrong time. It's similar to Orico on release, from what I remember. Where... I'm pretty sure they actually buffed his assist range, but Orico used to just be easily backdashed with one backdash, but now he actually attacks a lot further forwards. Yeah, he goes a bit further forwards even if you backdash. But how about I put it this way as well? Camille's dashes are on the strong side as well. Similar to Mastodon Sentry with his backdash. I think Camille might be on the stronger side of she moves rapidly. And then most of the end of the recovery is there. So she's probably got a lot of extra tech when it comes to taunt dashing, though. Probably allowing her to catch up when needed. But she is still not going to be landing her breaker after that. That is not happening. Unstable Tendencies has way too much recovery for that. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to give a like, comment if there's something you'd like to see, subscribe, and hit the notification along, miss the thing, and you must go to the description. Memberships are a thing. You can become one and have your name through our streams at the end of videos, receive latest thumbnails, as well as your the random trains lines with priority. And also, the next Power Rangers video. Bye.